freezes as soon as we go live. Okay, so I'm here with Gary, one of our certified personal trainers, and also his two bodies of Apple, Lynette and Andrea. So we're halfway to the halfway point with you gals. So Gary, let's talk about some of their progress and what changes they've noticed.
Progress that they both made this week. They both set new PRs for their weight loss.
Woo!
Yes, they've both been training with me for over a year, and they're continuing to lose weight. Since they've started training with me for Bodies by Apples, we've been focusing more on weight training. So I can get them used to using the weight room, free weights, and getting routines down that they can do on their own when they're not with me.
So how often, Andrew, were you doing weights? I mean, a lot of us like to call ourselves cardio queens because we kind of go revert,
No,
but that's not something you've ever, you're like, I've never done that.
No.
So Andrew, what have you learned as far as training with Gary?
Well, I was doing before the Bodies of Apple, I was doing 2 classes a week, 1 fit wall and 1 kettlebell. So I felt like I was getting in a lot of weightlifting, like with the kettlebells and stuff like that. But this is totally different. It's way more targeted to specific areas, and you can definitely, I don't know that I like one more than the other, but you can just feel them differently.
And see the results a little bit differently too. So, and then as far as you, Lynette, what progress have you noticed since training with Gary for the Bodies of Apple?
You know, I have enjoyed more of the open weights, more, I did more of the circuit before, and you know, that was just kind of the same old. Routine. I really like this, learning different routines, different areas of the body to work, because, you know, really we think, oh, just arms, legs. Well, I like doing more like release side arms, like trying to get rid of the scary areas that women have, that we have to wear certain long sleeve shirts.
Yes, to try and cover up.
Yeah.
Yeah, got ya. So Gary, you talked about PR. For those that don't know what PR, break that down for like
Personal
a non-exercise.
Personal record.
Very
what that
cool.
is,
So what are the
weight
record
loss.
changes? I mean, what have they done?
As far as their weight loss goes,
Yes!
I'm not going to say their weights on live.
Okay, fair enough,
but,
fair enough.
You know, I would appreciate that, but
I think I'm down like 6 or 7 since we started.
That's
Is that
awesome.
right?
6
Yeah.
or 7 pounds.
Yeah, I think I'm 8 or 9.
Yeah.
from when
That's
we
amazing.
started.
Which is
And that's the
good.
thing. We talk about how it's not necessarily the number on the scale.
Yeah, it's not a race. You know, we're shooting for a pound a week roughly, and if they're getting close to that, I'm happy.
And we're doing it the healthy way and the consistency way. I think that's what I like more about it, is I'm not like, oh, I dropped 4 pounds this week, I gained 2, I dropped 4. Like, we're gradually doing it the right way and staying healthy.
Which is cool because even after the Bodies of Apple, you can take that into your fitness routine moving forward.
Yep.
Yeah.
So very cool. And then what about the eating? So that for a lot of people is one of the biggest battle, Gary. So how are you tracking that for these gals?
I'm having them.
Gary
I'm
gets
try-
mad at me. Let's just talk about our problems right here.
That's right.
Let's open it up.
Hey,
Let's go to therapy
be honest.
right now.
Yeah.
I like Fitness Pal
Okay.
because it's easy. It's on my phone. It pulls in like grams of protein, grams of carb. Gary, I think it's because he's slightly older than I am, enjoys.
You didn't bring up her weight, and now she's bringing up your age.
Yeah.
I just said slightly. I didn't throw
I'm
out
gonna
any
True
throw
story,
numbers.
no numbers.
You enjoy the paper and pencil method.
Paper and
So
pencil.
you don't approve of my electronic method, but it works for me, and it's the only way that
That's
I'm
a
going to
good
do
point.
it. So we've kind of reached a little bit of a Switzerland
Yeah.
territory with it.
I like Fitness Pal because it gives accurate counts of macros,
Okay.
but also and the caloric values of the food. But for me, for a trainer, and to review what the client is currently eating, it's so much easier for me if they write it down, and I can just grab that sheet of paper and I can see a full week right there instead of having to flip through each day on a phone.
That
That's
makes
why
sense.
I like it.
I get both how
And then
both
I can
work.
go through the list and I can put little asterisks by the things that need changed,
Yeah.
that they can
Can
take
improve.
home with
That's
them.
the problem,
And
is you'll put an asterisk next to my peanut M&Ms.
That's right.
And
And
I'm
she
not
doesn't
okay with
understand
that.
how that
I'm not okay with
converts
that.
into-
No, so I'm not okay with that. So I'll put them in Fitness Pal. And
I'm just going to hide them in a folder.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Lynette, how are you tracking your eating?
You know, I haven't been writing it down. I feel like I'm to a point in the training that I'm more so aware of it in my mind. And so I feel like I've kind of got to that area that I've learned. There's always more learning, but I'm more conscious of it. Like Easter, I'm already thinking, oh crap, we're gonna have candy. Okay, I can have 6, mini eggs. You know, I've already kind of been starting to think about it this week. Just
Very
of
cool.
knowing what I need to be prepared to sacrifice and not have on Easter.
On holidays, which is really hard.
And that's-
Yeah,
It's okay
that's
to
what I
have
said.
a
You
little.
can have
that's
6
the-
and it's good.
That's
you know?
and that is what we are trying to, what I'd like to teach each of my clients is to start thinking independently, start to think about carbs, protein, and fats, you know, for each meal. That way, you know, the more you do it, the more it just comes natural, and then and then you pick healthier choices.
Very cool. We're so excited about your progress. I'm taking to appreciate you. These gals didn't know that I was coming this morning, so the looks on their face are like, oh, did I agree to this? So I do appreciate you guys being so ready and willing to help inspire other people. We'll be tracking your progress. At the very end, we'll do an update video on how you did with those 20 free personal training sessions that you did together. And then also tomorrow, prancercising?
Yes.
Is that what we're thinking? we're trying to convert Gary into prancercising, but he's just not interested. He's like, not happening. All right, thanks for tuning in, you guys. Enjoy your Thursday. We'll see you tomorrow for Fit
Thanks,
Tip.
Liza.
See you guys.
Bye.